Okay, welcome to this broadcast today. Welcome to the stream. Welcome if you are watching the recorded one. Thank you very much for watching. Good morning, guys. Let me know. Who are you? Who is here? Oh, looks like we're up to 3 people already. Nice. Very, very cool. Just so you know, my name is Anthony. I am from Atlanta, Georgia, originally, but now I live in Milan, and I work at the Milano Montenero School, Montenero Mayas in Milano. Okay, looks like we still have Giuseppe. Hi, I'm Giuseppe from Trieste. Very cool. Yeah. Welcome very much. Welcome, Giuseppe. Happy to have you. Just get to know all the people in here. Get to know where you're watching from. So we know it's a difficult time during the quarantine. But maybe you can give me an answer of what you've been doing. Andrea, my name is Andrea and I'm from Rome. Perfect. Yeah, nice. Rome is a very, very cool city. I've been there a few times. Sweet. Elena, hi, I'm Elena from Palermo. I have been living in Milan for about 3 years and a half. And I'm a student of my school in Milano Meravigli. Oh, okay. So our neighbor. Yeah, our neighbor school. Very close to us. My school is in Milano. But, very cool. I know some people from Meravigli. Very good school. How about this, guys? What have you guys been doing to keep yourself busy? I appreciate, Elena, you used the present perfect continuous. I've been living in Milan. That is a great way to use the present perfect continuous. You have another opportunity in your answer to this question. What have you been doing to keep yourself busy? This is a phrase that we use so that I'm not bored, right? I'm trying to keep myself busy. To keep doing activities, right? So that you don't become crazy staying inside. I'm curious because I'm looking for ideas. What? Maybe some games to play, something new to try. Lorenzo, hi, I'm Lorenzo. I'm from Florence. Nice to meet you, Lorenzo. Welcome. Thank you for joining today. Giuseppe, I'm building Lego sets. Yes. Yes, that is my favorite thing. I love Legos, especially when I was younger. I really loved Legos. Congratulations on that. I want to buy a new Lego set to build. I had the idea, but awesome. Very, very awesome. Andrea, reading books, watching Netflix TV series, and listening to music. Yeah, I know. Those are the things, I do those things too. I read some books, watch Netflix. Hopefully I can find something creative to do as well. Rosa, hi, I'm Rosa from Naples. Welcome, Rosa. Good morning. Thank you for joining today. Federica, hi to everyone. I'm Federica from Parma. Very nice. Very nice to have you with us. And I'm happy to see you guys. Happy to see that you're using the chat. This side, use the chat, right? From my perspective, it's on this side. Happy to see that you're using it. It helps me out a lot, and it's great to have this kind of interaction. Lorenzo says the usual things. Yeah, cooking, reading books, trying to improve my English, watching TV, movies, TV, yeah. Tiziana from Mestre. Welcome, Tiziana. Nice to see you today. Rola, I've been reading and studying, and sometimes I cook cakes. Wow. Okay, Tommaso. Hi there, from Brescia. Welcome. Somebody from Brescia. Very nice. Nice to see you guys today. All right, so a couple things I saw so far. Elena wrote a comment about living in Milan 3 years and a half. Half is a HALF, but I think that was just a typo. Remember when we use the verb listening? I've seen sometimes the verb listening, we want to remember the preposition. I've been listening to music, right? Let's see. Oh, then cooking cakes. Sometimes I cook cakes. So for cakes, actually the verb is bake. To bake, B-A-K-E. To bake, because baking is the form of cooking. It's like cooking, but the form we use for mixing like flour and different ingredients and cooking something in the oven. That's called baking. Nice. Tommaso says, I've just finished to paint my fence. Oh, wow. Nice. So I've just finished painting. We use the gerund in that case after the verb finished. I've just finished painting my fence. Tiziana, today I'm resting. I work all the week in hospital. Oh, working in the hospital. Wow. Well, thank you for that, for that kind of work. It's a difficult work, yeah, especially in this time. Nikita, I have been training. Wow. Training, reading books, having a conversation in English or French with my pen friends 2.0. What is that? What is pen friends 2.0? And how can you have conversations? Interesting. Elena, to keep myself busy, I've been reading a book and dedicating to drawing and cooking. Okay. Dedicating time to those things. Great. Federica, let's see. I'm attending some language course and I'm doing yoga sometimes. Oh, yeah. Yoga is a great way to stay healthy, right? Tiziana says 2. I'm not sure where that goes. Okay. Tiziana, I'm a doctor. Yeah, okay, well, nice. Filippo. Hi, I'm Filippo from Rimini. I've been watching Maya's webinars. Oh, yeah, good. Netflix series, reading, and making some job at home. Okay, making some job, we would say doing. First of all, we need to say doing some work. Doing some work rather than making. So great, just a couple little things I saw in some of these comments. It's great to see these comments coming in. Please continue to let me know your thoughts. Let me know your ideas. It's really nice to see. Thank you guys for joining us today. And thank you for using the chat again. So anyway, we'll get right into it. Be prepared in this focus activity. Modal review. Okay, modal verbs. We're going to do modals, semi-modals, things like that. Giving advice and suggestions to other people and preparing for an occasion. All right. Very nice things. I'm late. All right. First part involves some participation with you guys. In your opinion, what are the worst mistakes someone can make when attending a job interview? And have you ever made any of these mistakes? So I'll allow you a few minutes. You can write some of your opinions, some of your ideas in the chat below. Let me know what mistakes for a job interview. I'll tell you some of my opinions as well. And yes, I think on job interviews I've made I've made many mistakes. What are the big mistakes we can make? I wrote a few mistakes down as well, so I could remember. You can also tell me what was your last job interview, or when was it? Do you go for job interviews, or do you do job interviews? Are you the person interviewing other people maybe at your job? Maybe, if I don't know, maybe some of you here, you could be a manager. Is anybody here a boss? Does anybody here conduct job interviews? What kind of questions do you ask your prospective employees? Tommaso says, many people just don't take care about their body language. Yeah, that's true. It's difficult for me as well. My body language, I don't know. Tiziana, one error could be to appear too sure of themselves. Exactly. Yeah, if you appear too confident, your body language could say that you're trying very hard to make it look like you are confident, but you're not. Yeah, good things to pay attention to. Federica, the worst mistake that someone can make is to arrive late to the interview, as it is written on the slide. Yeah, I know. Because right from the beginning, because this is your first impression, right? This is the first impression that you make. Somebody that you want to give you a job, somebody that you want to work with. And if you show up late, that already creates the idea that maybe you're not responsible. Of course, crazy things can happen. Now, there are other reasons to be late. Even if you are very prepared, you're very on time, but crazy things happen. Giuseppe says, I think one of the worst mistakes we can make during a job interview is being rude and unrespectful. Yeah, absolutely. We need to act very professionally, be very respectful. Andrea says, speak fast. Speak fast, not fastly, but just fast. Fast is the adverb. It's just fast. Speak fast and to be nervous. Yeah, I know. Sometimes if I'm nervous, I do tend to speak quickly. Maybe it's true for you guys as well. Do you speak faster when you're nervous, or do you speak less? Some people speak less. I think it happens. But I speak faster, and I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what I'm saying. I'm nervous. In my opinion, a common mistake is don't keep calm and fall into anxiety. Yeah. Being too nervous and being scared is a big problem. Elena, I agree with Lorenzo. Yeah, me too. Tiziana, also dressing in the wrong way. Yeah, of course. Your dress, your hairstyle, you don't want to appear like someone lazy, right? It's not a good idea. Sometimes you don't want to appear too confident, but you don't want to appear too lazy either. So it has to be in the middle. Sometimes a balance is good. Yeah. And have you guys ever made any of these mistakes? I've probably made mistakes, maybe with the body language thing. Maybe appearing too sure of themselves. I've never made that mistake. I always seem like I'm not as sure of myself, especially in a job interview. My problem is not seeming very unconfident. Fortunately not. Tiziana says, yeah, fortunately I have. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, so I'll keep seeing your answers come in because there's a little bit of a delay. All right, next slide is called do's and don'ts. So do's are things that are good to do, and a don't is things that you shouldn't do. Okay. Now this is a strange way of speaking. We're taking these auxiliary verbs, so do this, don't do that, but we're using them as nouns. So a do and a don't. It's not correct. I mean, it's not correct grammatically speaking, but we use it all the time. Yeah. So we're talking about our do's and don'ts, using do and don't, each as nouns. All right. So I'll read this. When preparing for an interview, there are a few important things to remember. You should always go over potential interview questions and practice your answers. You ought to dress nicely, unless you live in Hawaii. You had better not turn up to an interview in shorts and a t-shirt. Right, so we had that answer in the chat as well. It's also a good idea to keep up with recent events in the company you're applying to. By doing this, you will come across as a knowledgeable, intelligent candidate. Remember, first impressions are very important. So follow these simple steps to make sure you stand out from the crowd. What do you think? Do you agree with this? There are some things that I agree with, some things that I think are strange. You should go over potential interview questions and practice your answers. This to me can help a little bit, but I think if you practice too much and someone asks you that question and you just say the answer immediately, it sounds like you practiced it. Right? It doesn't sound natural. For me, I prefer when someone speaking to me sounds natural and not just rehearsed, right? Not something practiced. You want it to sound like they are speaking and not remembering something that they read. That's my opinion. What is your opinion on this? Do you think it's important to practice your answers? Tiziana, I agree partially. Yes, I partially agree as well. Let me know what other opinions you have about this. It's also a good idea to keep up with recent events in the company you're applying to so that you can come across as knowledgeable and intelligent candidate. Yeah, you want to seem that you're not ignorant, of course, like you know nothing about the company, but you don't want to come across as know-it-all. Tiziana says, it's impossible to prepare answers before. I know, because they can ask all kinds of different questions. Yeah, I think you need to focus on relaxing more. Because if you get stressed and worried about different questions, they might not ask those questions. So you never know. So it's better just to work on just relaxing and being natural when you speak. So I think it's important not to be this, okay? A know-it-all. What is a know-it-all? This is a noun. To be a know-it-all. That guy's a know-it-all. Or she's a know-it-all. Elena says, I think it is important to keep up with recent events in the company you're applying to. Yeah, it is important. I think it is very important to know very well the mission and vision of the company you're applying to. Of course, yeah, you want to know these things. But a know-it-all is a person who knows too much information and always tells everybody else what is correct or what is wrong. A know-it-all is a person who believes that they know everything. Oh yeah, I know this, I know. That's a know-it-all. So it's also important not to be that. So yes, we want to keep up with recent events in the company, understand the idea, what's the company's objective, what is their goal, principles of the company, so we have a good understanding. All right, next, more activity for you guys. Find a phrasal verb in the text which means to arrive, to review, to give a certain impression, to be different, and to be up to date. So I've seen you guys have already used keep up with. We've seen that as well in the comment. How about these other phrasal verbs? You guys can write in the comments below. Let me know, what does it mean? We have a phrasal verb meaning arrive. We have two different versions of this phrasal verb. There are two different ones we use that mean the same exact thing. Lorenzo, the only way is to be confident. Be confident in yourself, and your skills. Yeah, you want to be confident in yourself or sure of yourself. I want to be sure of myself. Tiziana says turn up to arrive. Exactly. We have to earn or to show up. They mean the same thing. I invited Matthew to my party, but he didn't show up. Or he didn't turn up. Same thing. To review, Federica says to keep up. That is close. So we have another person, Elena, to keep up with is to review. That's close. Keep up with is to have the more recent information. If you're keeping up with something, you have new information on something. It's close, but it's not exactly to review something. Tiziana says, come across to give a certain impression. Yes, that is correct. But how about to review? Federica says, go over. Yeah, that's it. We can look at the example. You should always go over potential interview questions. So review, remember, and repeat. Basically, I need to go over the information for my meeting. I have a meeting at work tomorrow. I need to go over the information. That means I need to read it again. I need to look at the information again. Okay. Give a certain impression. We said, to come across. Great. Another from Tiziana. Looks like we got to be different to stand out. Stand out of the crowd. Giuseppe, stand out as to be different. Perfect. Yeah. Very good. And then the other one we had, the last one, was to be up to date. We saw it come through in the comments before. That's to keep up with. To keep up with. She's trying to keep up with. To be up to date. Yeah. For me, are you keeping up? I keep up with the news about the virus, about the coronavirus. I think we all are trying to keep up with the news, trying to understand if there is a solution, right? If there's a cure or something, a way to help. I don't keep up with sports. I keep up with news about movies and TV shows. I also keep up with news about video games and music. Music news as well. Okay, cool. Some very good phrasal verbs. Of course, if you have any questions, if you want more examples of these, just let me know. Let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to talk more about them. But now we're going to put them into some sentence examples. And please give me your answers in the comments. Feel free. We'll go over them. A well-written CV will help you from the other candidates. Giuseppe, like Keeping Up with the Kardashians TV show. Yes. Yes. I have a question that is always in my mind. The Kardashians. Why are they famous? Why are they famous? Why are they popular? Why? I don't understand. Elena, number one is to stand out. Yeah. So we have two prepositions that go with it. Stand out is the phrasal verb. Then when you compare it to something, we'll say from. Stand out from these people. Right? Number two, you should never, Tiziana says, turn up late to an interview. Perfect. Number three, you ought to, go over the information on your CV to make sure it is correct and up to date. Wonderful. Interesting verbs we have in the next, number 5 actually. Number 4, to keep up with. Oh yeah, that's really strong too. It says you must keep up with new developments in your industry. Wow, really strong. Andrea, to turn up. Perfect. Yeah, exactly correct. I know sometimes the answers come in late, so don't worry, I know you were correct before. Lorenzo, for keep up with. Yeah. Come across. You're going to come across as confident. From Tiziana, perfect. All right. So, of course, body language. Sit up straight. It's like this, right? Sitting up straight. Make eye contact. Look at the person you're speaking to, but not too much eye contact because then it can seem strange. Smile. Yeah. This. Oh. Fidget. What is this word? Fidget. There's a question from Federica. Perfect. What does fidget mean? Yeah. Fidget means when you cannot stay still. You're like this. Like you keep moving your hands, your legs. This is fidgeting. Lorenzo says, keep calm. Keep calm. So fidgeting is the opposite of keeping calm. So it's like moving with no reason because you're nervous. Uncontrollably for no reason. Because you're nervous. there's my Federica says thanks. Yeah, no problem. This is my brief description of the moving parts of your body uncontrollably because you're nervous. Mm-hmm. So the opposite of fidgeting would be to sit still. It's sit still, and don't fidget. Remain calm, as Lorenzo likes to say. Keep calm. Exactly. So yeah, we use the verb still, like still or sparkling water, right? We have sparkling water with the bubbles, and still water. Still means not moving. All right, cool. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for the responses, guys, again. Oh man, personal questions. What do you think makes people stand out in an interview? The answer is okay. Cool. Nice to hear. So in your guys' opinion, we have a few questions. You can answer one question, or you can answer all of them. You don't have to answer every question. What do you think makes people stand out in an interview? Have you ever turned up late to an important event? Not an interview, but important event. Do you often go over possible questions before an interview? Is it better? This is the one I'm curious about to see what you think, especially number 4. Is it better to come across as excited and eager, or quiet and confident? And why is it important to keep up with new developments in your industry? I think number 5 is obvious. It's important to keep up with new developments in your industry because you want this thing to be your job. So you want to have the new information. It's obvious. We know. But what do you think? Giuseppe says eager. What is eager? Eager is like excited, being very ready. Sometimes we use eager in a negative way. Like if you say, oh, I feel really excited, I feel good. But you can say about somebody else, I think he's too eager. That means he's like overconfident and like really ready, like super ready. Sometimes it's negative. So the definition that comes up for eager is, also synonyms are enthusiastic, very excited, basically. The definition that comes up on the internet is eager, strongly wanting to do or have something. Tiziana says it's better to appear quiet and confident. Okay. Yeah. Nice idea. So hopefully everybody is clear on the meaning of eager. It means very excited to do something, right? Andrea says, I agree with Tiziana. Yeah, because sometimes if somebody is too eager, it's kind of strange. Overexcited. Difficult to deal with. Yeah. So I'll let the answers keep coming in. If you would like, you can keep responding to some of these questions. But I think we covered some of these points already, so we can move on. Prior planning and preparation. Tiziana, I've never turned up late. Good job. Congratulations. Me neither. Me neither. I've never been late to an interview. To an interview, at least. I mean, to some events, yeah. I've turned up late by mistake. Sometimes my fault, sometimes not my fault. So which modal verbs do you know? Which semi-modal verbs do you know? Okay. Yeah, generally I arrive 30 minutes before. I prefer to wait outside. Yeah, it's a good idea. Just to be on the safe side. Right? All right. This says, in Paris, think of one example. For, oh, Giuseppe. People may stand out in a job interview because of good manners. All right. Yeah, something as simple as being polite. Please, thank you. Stuff like that. Okay. How should you dress? How you should dress for an interview. Something you had better not see. Something you don't have to bring to an interview. Something you ought to do in an interview. Something you mustn't do in an interview. Something you should do before an interview, and something you have got to bring to an interview. Giuseppe says, oh, okay, people may stand out. Okay, same comment. So let's talk about these guys, these modal verbs. All right. Remember, it's a modal verb or semi-modal verb plus a bare infinitive. Bare infinitive. Just go, do, bring, say. Bare infinitive. Had better is for something that has a negative consequence usually if you don't do it. It's a very strong suggestion. It's like should. Okay. Should is the main modal verb. The modal verbs that come from should are had better and ought to. All right. They're all similar, so you can use which one you feel is better. Had better is to give strong advice that usually has a negative consequence if you don't do it. Should. Advice you feel is very important. Teacher says can and could. Okay, can and could are for advice that you think is optional. You think it's possible, but it's not important. It's not necessary. So you can say you could do this. But should is something you feel is a little bit stronger. Should is stronger than could and can. Should you say for advice that you feel is very important for someone to do. So can and could is related to you don't have to. You don't have to is for something that is not necessary. Hikanos is must. Okay, must is for a law, something that's very, very strong. The strongest one. Giuseppe says should and have to. This is, I'm not sure, maybe you're asking what's the difference, or those are good modal verbs, yeah. We can discuss some of the differences if you have any questions about the differences between them. Remember not to get confused with don't have to and mustn't. Don't have to and mustn't, they're not the same thing. If you want to tell me don't do something, then you have to say mustn't. You can't say don't have to. Giuseppe says, when should we use ought to? Nice. Good. Ought to is like should. Is basically, think of it as the same as should. Think of it as exactly the same as should. It's not as common though. We don't use it as often as we do should in modern English. Here's a question for you guys. You don't have to be rude during an interview. Is this sentence correct? Is that sentence correct? You don't have to be rude during an interview. I'll give you a hint. That question. Tiziana, okay. Is it better mustn't? Better to use must not? Yes. You're correct. Mustn't is correct. Maybe is better, you shouldn't. Yeah, should is okay. Should is okay. I would say like you mustn't, because it's very strong. Absolutely don't do it. Don't do it. So in that case, don't have to is not really correct. The grammar, yeah, the grammar is always correct. For modal verbs, that's the strange part with modal verbs. Yeah, the grammar is always correct. But the idea, the intention is not really correct. It doesn't make sense. So it's better to use mustn't. You can even say you had better not. You had better not be rude during the interview. Otherwise, there is a negative consequence, right? Okay. So that was an important point, just to help you guys with don't have to. Because a lot of times I hear a lot of people make a mistake with this modal verb. It's very common for people to say you don't have to when they mean mustn't. Giuseppe, maybe have to is like a suggestion. Have to? Have to is like must. Have to in the positive form. It's a little bit stronger than should. Have to is similar to must. So let me know any questions you guys have. If that's all clear. We only have actually 5 minutes left. Wow. Went by very quickly. Let me know if you have any more questions or any more examples you would like to ask me about or send to me. Once again, I'm happy to see your comments. It's really good. It helps me out a lot. Thank you very much. So do you have any ideas about this stuff? Tell me something you should do before an interview. You can use should or had better. Had better not. Mustn't or don't have to. So I'll give you the last few minutes we have that I look forward to your examples, your opinions. Try to make an example with one of these modal verbs. In my opinion, like someone said before, you should dress elegant, I think it was. Andrea said, okay, yeah, Andrea before said, I think it's important to dress in an elegant way. Yeah. Elegant could be good. You should dress, first of all, in a professional way. I think it's important to dress in a professional way. So I'll use the word should. Something you had better not say in an interview. You had better not ask, are you single or are you married? Some personal questions. I think you had better not ask personal questions. I think there could be a negative consequence if you do. So I will use had better not. Something you you don't have to bring. So Giuseppe, okay, so don't have to is like not necessary to, and is very different from must not. But have to is similar to must. Yes, Giuseppe, this is exactly right. Yeah. Have to and must are the same in the positive sense. But don't have to and mustn't are not the same. So yeah, you have the idea. That is correct, Giuseppe. Perfect. Federica, before an interview, it might be better to know something more about the company and try to figure out on the position offered. Yeah, of course. Yeah, great. Yeah. You should you should definitely bring your portfolio to the job interview. Something you don't have to bring to a job interview, something that's not necessary. See, you don't have to bring. Let's see. Keep telling you had better not speak before the interviewer. Okay. Mm-hmm. Don't talk over the person. Giuseppe says, thanks, Anthony. Perfect. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Thank you for the question. The understanding is great. Yeah. I think you don't have to bring your passport to a job interview. I don't think it's necessary to bring a passport. Federica, you must not interrupt the interviewer. Yeah. Very important. Mm-hmm. So I'll just leave you guys about another minute to write some other answers if they come in. But basically, that finishes the stream for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was informative for you because we went over some good modal verbs and some good expressions that we use. And it was really nice to hear from you, hear your opinions about what's good, what's bad, about job interviews, what to do and what not to do. So that wraps it up for today. Thank you very much. We practice with phrasal verbs as well. So thank you very much. I'll tell you goodbye. Have a great weekend. And try to try to keep yourselves busy during this quarantine time. Thank you guys very much. Bye-bye. Hopefully now your understanding is a bit better on some of the modal verbs and the phrasal verbs as well. Andrea, you ought to appear professional, prepared and professional. Perfect. Thanks. Yeah. Bye-bye, Giuseppe. Bye, Lorenzo. Andrea. Bye, Tiziana. Bye. See you guys. Thank you very much. See you next time.